All right, guys, welcome back to Veterans View News Network. Today, what I just kind of wanted to jump in and cover is professional growth and how you, as an individual, can ensure that you are maximizing your potential in the workplace. And these kind of things, they can occur regardless of what type of career you're in. Most of the tricks and tips are all going to be very similar and the same. So, just kind of getting right in here, we're going to look at professional growth strategies. So, I've got 6 different ones. I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. I think I've been making my videos a little bit too long. So, I'm going to try and break any of my longer videos down to the 10-12 minute mark per video. I think some of my videos being close to, 25-30 minutes, especially since I'm still growing on here, is probably preventing people from wanting to check out some of my content. So I'm going to try and dial it back a little bit and then break the videos up because I think that'll give me better results. So just kind of jumping in here. Professional growth. One of the big ones is embracing your network. I'm sure you guys have heard the saying, it's not it's not what you know, it's who you know. And a lot of times that is the case. If you are able to forge strong working relationships with your peers around you, but then also your leadership team around you, they're not going to forget that. And as you move forward in your career, as long as you keep in contact with these individuals, there's always going to be this, say one of your coworkers goes off, gets a good promotion, and they're looking for somebody who has traits like yours. If you kept in contact with that individual, they're more than likely going to reach out. Hey, Patrick, I've got this position here. I've got this position there. It sounds very simple, but that's one of the best ways is having one of those strong, working relationships with people. But then also being a good contact. So if you as an individual, so people are more likely to look out for you or do something for you if you have also done something for them. Now, this can be something simple as, hey, you know what? They got a new job and they asked you if you could write them a letter of recommendation. Or let's say you found a new position somewhere and it may not be exactly what you're looking for, but you know that it might be what one of your peers is looking for. And you could let them know about that opportunity. Very simple, but they're all things that can be used in tandem to help forge, that strong working relationship where you're looking out for each other. And then another one would be, attending those, like different job fairs and stuff like that, where, maybe depending on what type of industry you're in, they're marketing some new product or they're utilizing this new tool that can make your job, a little bit better or a little bit easier. Because then you're building that network. You're communicating with people, you're exchanging business cards, you're having little, like witty banter back and forth, and people are going to remember that. And that's definitely a crucial thing. When I worked at NGA, one of the 3-letter agencies, there was a lot of job fairs that took place there. There were a lot of different tech companies that were bringing in tech ideas and presenting it to the leadership, throughout the federal government. And that's something that I definitely took advantage of. And you can forge those strong networks. There's still a couple people. I mean, I worked there 7 years ago. And I still have a handful of people that I communicate with that I met through some of these job fairs and some of these, different partnerships where they were bringing in this tech. And some of the times, I was one of the individuals who was testing this new equipment to see the ins, the outs, the goods, the bads, how buggy is it? Is it something we can break? All those kind of things. People definitely remember that. Um, then next one, finding a solid mentor. Now this is huge, especially if you're just starting out. Um, to start, there's an unlimited amount of knowledge that we can all learn about our job field. Regardless of what you're in, you should always continue learning. And if you have good mentors, people who are experienced in the area that you're looking at growing, that's definitely solid to do. And that's definitely something you should be doing. Now, to start, you could look at, your company, your business, your workplace. Do they have some type of mentorship program? If they don't, then you can look at, okay, if there isn't a mentorship program, you as the individual, if you're thirsting for knowledge and you're trying to grow, you can start a mentorship program at your workplace. You can talk to your leadership about it. You can see if they have resources that they are willing to put into this. If not, which is unfortunate, then you've also got, you've got other mentors you can go to. If you went to college and you have some professors, they may not have been in your exact career field, but a lot of these professional growth type tools and mentorship tools are kind of the same across the board. And then it's just the technical expertise that's added onto that. So you can look at college professors. You can look at trusted family members who maybe have, strong positions within a certain company. You can pick their brain in terms of what they've learned. Um, you can look at, even, your pastor from your church. There are a lot of different ways that you can find these good mentors and that you could build these strong connections. And then another one you can do for professional growth, professional development, asking for more responsibility. There are a lot of times that your boss may not know your full potential. You could be knocking everything out of the park, but your boss and your leadership team, they're so inundated with admin tasks and everything else happening around them that they may not be noticing what you're capable of. So if that's the case, then it would be time for you to reach out to them, for you to try and schedule maybe a couple different meetings with them when you can ask them and explain to them, hey, I'm trying to grow with the company. I'm trying to do X. I really think Y would be a good idea. Can I take on more responsibility? A lot of times, as soon as you, as the individual, start that conversation, then your bosses are going to have you on their radar. And they're at that point really going to be watching what you're doing and what type of value that you're adding to the company. And at the end of the day, if you're adding value to the company, they are going to want to work on that with you. Whether it be you're making the workplace a little bit happier, whether it's you're trying to improve processes, regardless of what you're trying to do in terms of getting that additional responsibility, the people around you are going to notice that. And as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, more than likely, unless you're asking for something outrageous, they're going to be on board with this because they're going to want to see what people are thinking they could do to add to the environment. For instance, my last position, I worked for General Dynamics, and our specific program manager was located in Virginia. Well, we're here in California. And I was one of the first ones that was hired on with them on this new contract. So what I did is I started helping all the other people here locally with their security clearance, with making sure they're attending the correct meetings, making sure everybody else is doing everything they're supposed to do for General Dynamics. And as I was doing that, I reached out to my leadership team in Virginia and I said, hey, I'm doing all this additional stuff. I'm trying to help everybody get squared away. And I was like, and I had to prove to them and show them what I was doing. And in the end, what ended up happening is right from the get-go, right from the very beginning, after I explained that to them, they worked on promoting me and getting me a salary increase. And they increased my salary by almost $10,000 per year right at the beginning because I showed them I was capable of these extra tasks. I was helping them because they're in Virginia. They can't just show up here in California, hold everybody's hand, and walk them through the process. It was a lot better for them, and it made things a lot better for them, and I added that value. I initially did it on my own, but then after I showed them I was capable of it on my own, then I reached back out to them and said, hey, we need to negotiate my salary. And they were on board with it. And there wasn't even a lot of pushback from them. So these are some things that can be done. These are 3 that I have. I've got a total of 6. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm breaking it up into 2 videos just so my videos are not as long. Because I think that can be intimidating for people. So with that, guys, if you like this content, please smash the like button. If you guys want to see more of this type of content, subscribe to my channel. And also turn on notifications. I'm going to be recording the part 2 of this later on this evening. And that will be posted either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So with that, guys, as always, thank you for checking out my channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.